Roofman, of course, is a movie that came out recently to some very interesting reviews. It's kind of all over the place, but of course, it is obviously based on the. I don't want to say it's famous, but I assume a lot of people have heard the story of the Roofman, right? It's been in the internet for quite a bit of time. It finally got a movie adaptation. It's about a man who escapes prison and ends up going on the run and then ends up staying at a Toys R Us where he ends up getting in a relationship and then, some other things happen, right? Of course, it stars Channing Tatum. Everyone knows him. He's a very good actor, obviously. But that's basically around the whole story, right? He has to live this fake identity and all this other stuff. But let's get on with the reviews. 7.2 out of 10 by IMDb, 85% by Rotten Tomatoes, 3.6 out of 5 by Letterboxd. Weirdly enough, Google is the one that seems to not like it. 48% of Google users liked the movie. You might as well just say 52% didn't like the movie at that point, right? That's a lot, Google usually seems to be like the casual spot, right? The one that, they like most movies, is what I'm trying to say. But 40 something percent, that's crazy, to be honest. Because I watched it, and I'm saying right here, I love this movie. It's a great movie. It is. It's too good, is what I'm trying to say. From the trailers, obviously, I came into this movie not thinking I was going to watch something deep. And don't get me wrong, it's not really that deep, but it has some depth to it, right? But I thought it was going to be some dumb comedy movie. And it is, for the most part. But it's a lot more than that, dude. This movie is great. It's phenomenal. I don't know if Channing Tatum is brought up in a lot of conversations for his acting ability, because oh my god, this dude acted his heart out this movie. What the hell? This is one of his better performances. He's still funny, which is obviously good for when you're Channing Tatum. Charming. Boy, dude, I don't know who the hell this director is, but this dude needs to be in more bigger projects, because goddamn, he showed his stuff, right? But first, let's go on with the I don't want to say non-spoiler reviews, because the trailer basically spoils kind of the whole thing, and anything it doesn't spoil, you can kind of piece it together, right? But the overall look of the movie, it has like the nostalgic, obviously because it takes place back in the day. Obviously, Toys R Us is no longer open in. I think it's only open in Canada. I don't know, but I think it's not open anymore, right? It has this weird little grainy filter on it, and it looks great. It really gives you that nostalgic. Obviously, it seems like more of a holiday movie. It's around Christmas time, where it's kind of where most of the events take place. It really gets you into that feel. Once again, Channing Tatum does a really good job at his acting. Everyone else in the movie is good too. I mean, what is it? Is Jeffrey, right? Jeffrey's friend, which is also, they served together. I think they said that they served in Afghanistan or Iraq. I don't know which one it was, but he has this friend, right? That dude's good too. He does fake passports, which obviously is brought up into the other part of the movie. The church people are obviously very good too, right? And everyone does their part. It's a really, really charming movie. It's a funny movie too, consistently throughout the movie. And it's just like, I don't want to say it's naturally funny, but like, it's kind of like naturally funny. A lot of the conversations that they have in the movie seems like genuine conversations. Like they didn't write it down. Like it was something that naturally came out, right? Everyone does their part in acting good. And the thing I'm trying to say is the whole thing with the deep part about the movie is obviously it's a story about some dude who tries to become a better father, and obviously he gets it mixed up because he believes that giving people stuff is what really matters when like you're supposed to show people you love them. Obviously it's a lesson he has to learn the hard way, that in actuality it's not really the gifts that one gives that really provides value, right? But it is the time that you spend with them. And of course, obviously he is shown to be a very good guy who just made a bunch of bad decisions, obviously, throughout the movie. Even in real life, they even show at the end credit scenes, they show like the actual news of when it happened. He's a down to earth guy. He's a genuinely nice guy. Especially in the trailers, if you saw it, he puts people in the freezer. Obviously, he's robbing them. One of them doesn't have a coat, so he gives them his coat, which I do believe that's the reason why they catch him the first time. And the whole thing is that he's a genius, right? He's very good at distinguishing patterns, and overall, that's very good. The way he understands things, they really show it well. But enough of that. That I'm trying to do the whole deep thing. He ends up getting caught. He ends up getting taken away from his family. Obviously, his wife left him. Obviously, at that point, his children can talk to him, but their mom really doesn't want them to talk to their dad anymore. And it is a really heart-wrenching scene. There's like 2 heart-wrenching scenes where I'm not one to cry in the movies because it's just not how I am. But goddamn, I was close to. I was literally close to. Like a movie about a man who's on the run, who basically lives in a Toys R Us, should not have gotten me this emotional. And the thing is, they set you up with it very nicely. They don't just, oh, here's this convention or this very sad scene that you're supposed to be sad at because because sad music or whatever. No, they set it up to hit you in the goddamn liver tough, man. I'm like, goddamn, that thing hurt. They set it up beautifully. I was like, oh my god, and it happened twice too. I remember like, bro, who the hell is this director? He's doing really well. And there's this other scene. There's a very specific scene. Spoilers, obviously, for the movie, but he has his escape. He has his fake ID. He has his fake passports. Everything. He's going to go to Venezuela, where he's going to live the rest of his life out. Obviously, he's being told that this is it. He's going to start a new life. He's not going to know. He's not going to get any visits from people of his old life. He's not going to be able to talk to them. He's not going to be able to contact them at all. But he has his way out. But obviously, the second family who he ends up getting with, obviously, he's basically being torn between whether or not to run away or take his chances in staying with the people that he loves. Obviously, at the end of the day, he kind of knew that if he were to go back, he would get caught. And he did end up going back, right? But obviously, the conflict in his head, the cinematography is great. The sound design with like the plane constantly getting louder, obviously drowning out, obviously making him unable to really think properly. Amazing scene. Amazing scene. There's another one where when he's on the run, when he's on the run, it's supposed to be this tense scene where he's not supposed to make any noise, gets you really, anxious or something like that. Dude, once again, the cinematography, the camera movement, obviously, everything is amazing. I was holding my breath in the movie, and of course, I overheard people, obviously, when they left the movie, they're talking about the same thing. Dude, they really make you feel what they want you to feel. They make you feel very sad. They make you feel like you're on the run with him. They make you feel his conflict, obviously his inner conflict, and they make you feel like he got done dirty. And obviously most of his decisions, it's on him, right? Obviously it's on him. He's made a lot of bad decisions. It's on him, right? But they make you feel, they don't just say, oh, here's this thing. They set it up. It's not just, all right, now you feel sad, right? No, they set it up beautifully. Me personally, I think I may have rated it too high when I was talking to my friend, because my friend also watched it. He gave it 8 roofs out of 10. Kind of in line with the people. I gave it a 9. This is a really underrated movie. I don't say it's underrated, but for the trailer, it does not do it justice, man. This is a way better movie than what you think. It's not just a dumb comedy movie, once again, about a man hiding in a Toys R Us, even though a lot of the movie it is that. It's a lot more than that. It's about family. It's about connections. It's about a bunch of other things. It's about being a good person. I don't know. I don't know what the whole thing is, but the thing is, it's a lot more than what the trailer shows. And yeah, no, simple as that. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Is the 9 out of 10 going to be something that sticks on it for a while? Maybe it'll drop down to an 8.5. I'll have to rewatch it maybe, obviously due to the end of the year coming up. But overall, no, it's a really good movie. Channing Tatum, amazing. The best part of the movie, which obviously is always a good thing when watching movies, that the main character is the best part. The look, cinematography, sound design, obviously amazing. They all complement each other beautifully, therefore elevating individually what would be a somewhat mediocre movie into an absolute, I'm going to say it, it's probably a must watch. It's worth a full price ticket. It's worth a full price ticket. If you haven't watched Roofman yet, you should watch Roofman. It is an amazing movie, man. I feel like it deserves a lot more. I don't know how it's doing in the box office, but if it's doing bad, y'all gotta change that. Y'all gotta go watch the movie. But anyways, that's the end of the review. 9 out of 10. Very good movie. Must watch. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to catch you in the next one.